Good morning, everybody. We're back up in here in that spot where I passed them 2 8-pointers at that one snort wheeze right here. I've never hunted this tree stand in the morning, but there was a big buck on my cameras last night on the other property, but he was coming this way. This is where a lot of the does are right now. I don't want to talk too much or too loud because it's fairly quiet when the wind dies down. Took me forever to get in here this morning. So I'm gonna shut up and we're just gonna see what the morning holds for us. It's warm. It's like 50-something degrees. It's supposed to get up to almost 70 today. And the same thing from here on out through the weekend and the early part of next week. What are you gonna do? I got the time off of work, so I gotta be hunting. Well, everybody, it's about 8:30 in the morning, and there hasn't been a thing moving. I've seen a squirrel. Well, everybody, it's now 9:30. I haven't seen anything. I haven't even heard anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take advantage of this little bit of wind cover noise that I have. I'm going to get down. It's a perfect wind to do it too. And I'm just going to grab this cell cam and I'm going to move it up here a little bit further. I just want to see what's using that trail up there during the night. Trail cameras are great and all, but you could have a giant buck walking 80 yards from your trail camera every single day and you'll never know it. So sometimes the minor adjustments are just what you need to make everything perfect. So I'm going to move this camera probably about maybe 50 yards, if that, probably not even that. Just up to where I've seen more deer than where I have it now. And pray to God that that's just the move that I need to make to try to figure this buck out. I don't know. I gotta do something. Cameras have been pretty slow lately. I'm kind of trying to think out why it's been so slow. Generally, we have at least 2 or 3 good shooter bucks that we would shoot in here. And this year, all summer, I had one buck that I had consistently on camera. He has since disappeared. He's a real tall 8-pointer, probably go just under 130 inches. And he's disappeared. I don't know where he went. And my theory on that is the big buck that's back here that I'm now thinking might be 5.5 years old. He's going to go over 140 inches, well over 140 inches as an 8-pointer. I think he's just run every other solid deer out of here. I think he's just that dominant that he's just ruling the roost here. What's going on, everybody? We're heading in. It's the 4th of November. We're heading into one of my favorite spots. I seen a shooter here yesterday, and I had a shooter on cell cam last night coming out of this piece. Whether he's back in here or not, I don't know. I'm getting in here kind of late. The reason is it's 70 degrees outside, so I don't know. I'm not too optimistic about tonight, but where I'm going is that little pinch point stand where I can see the big goldenrod field. My hope is if we got a little bit of wind cover, I'm sure you guys can hear some of it. If I am able to catch a buck out in that goldenrod field with a doe, which I've done before, is either hopefully call him off that doe, or even if he's in a good enough position, I know the lay of that goldenrod field extremely well. I might be able to do a little stalk on him if he's bedded, which I've called him off does out of that field before. Back in 2013, I shot a 115-inch 8-pointer. He was bedded with a doe at about 200 yards out in front of the stand, and I ended up calling him to 3 steps from the base of the tree and was able to get him. So, with that being said, we're getting kind of close, so I'm going to shut up here. It's not a very far walk either, and it's a very good stand that is extremely non-intrusive. You're really not bumping deer at all coming in or out of this place, so it's really nice, especially since it's one of my favorite spots. I've seen a lot of big deer from this stand, so I'm going to shut up, and we'll see you in the tree stand. We're in a stand. I don't have the greatest wind. It's not horrible, but it's definitely not the greatest. But sometimes I think that's alright. If you can give a buck a little bit of a wind advantage. I threw a whole bunch of Wyoming County whitetail scents down here. There's a scrape right here below the tree stand. Then I got Wyoming County whitetails in. I put a little buck and rut in there, and then I put a bunch of doe and heat in there, and I sprinkled some all around the tree stand. And then behind me here, I just got the doe and heat bottle. I just got the cap off, so it's constantly giving out scent. So we'll see. I'm going to stay bundled up. It's hot, but I'm going to bundle up to keep my scent down also. But this is the goldenrod field here. There was a buck right about here back in 2013 when I shot that 8-pointer. He was there with a doe, and I shot him right there. Right there is where I shot him. At 3 steps from the base of the tree. So it can be done, but you got to be out here to do it. So hopefully tonight is a little bit more exciting than this morning, because this morning sucked. Stay tuned. guys an update. I had a deer in all this brush here to the right of me. We're getting down to prime time. That's why I'm talking to you now. Hopefully, something will come by tonight good enough. I definitely wouldn't have shot that buck tonight, even if he did come down through here. But it's still just cool to see the deer that you've had on camera since summertime. I definitely just heard a deer. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. I'll turn you guys back on if I see anything else. Well, guys, that's gonna do it. We're out of light here. I can hear deer moving around me. So I want to kind of get out of here pretty quick. I don't want to get stuck here well after dark. All we seen tonight was that 9-pointer come up through the goldenrod field and end up dozing that other real little buck way back out on the field there. We had a deer come right here to my right, but I have no idea what it was. I hope you guys enjoyed today's hunt. It was kind of boring, but it was nice to see a little buck. Still cruising. Well, I guess 2 little bucks, but it was nice to see a couple bucks either with does or cruising looking for does. You could tell that buck out here was really looking. He had his nose all up in the air and everything. He was looking pretty hard, but alright, I'm gonna shut up.